everyone, welcome back to Show Me How to Win. Today we're going to show you how to win at a game that may look familiar, but with a little twist. So this is 7 Wonders, but we're going to actually tell you about 7 Blunders, which is something that Shang right here runs a lot in conventions. Shang is a Stefan Feld fan, but you also like 7 Blunders a lot, right? So Shang, tell me, how did 7 Blunders come about?
It's a variant on BGG. Someone posted a variant on BGG. Someone taught it to me. I loved it, and so I started running an event of it, and now it's gotten more popular.
Okay, so if you run this a lot, you must have good strategy on how to win at 7 Blunders. So basically, it's just like 7 Wonders, but you want to end up with the least amount of points, right?
Yep.
So there are some rule changes, right? So what are some of the rule changes?
Yeah, there are a few very minor rule changes. So with your hand of cards, you can't just chuck a card and get 3 money. You have to prove to the person that passed you the cards that I cannot build any of these. I can't build my next stage of my wonder, so I have to chuck one of these cards for $3. This is because otherwise everybody would just chuck a card for 3 money every turn, and it would be a pointless game.
No, if everybody chuck a card, that'll be a 21-point game.
Oh boy.
Okay, so there is that, and then what are some of the? Is that the only rule change?
There's one other rule change. You must pay for everything the most efficient way you can. So if I can't pay her 2 money for something, I can pay him 1 money for.
Then you have to pay the 1 money instead of the 2.
Yeah, you can't just purposely dump more money to get rid of points and money.
Okay, so tell us some strategy tips on how to win at 7 Blunders.
All right, so there are 3 main strategies people use in 7 Blunders. The first one is going resource heavy, just building a bunch of resource cards. They're not going to get you any points in the first or second round if you just build a bunch of them. The cons to doing this, however, are people are going to give you a lot of money. You're going to get a lot of money coming in. So when I'm doing this strategy, I like to take 2 resources and not build any of that particular resource, so at least I have something to give my money to, or so, yeah. And plus, a pro and a con of it is basically your hand, you can build almost everything in it because you have so many resources. The second strategy you can do is resource starve yourself. Don't build any resources, and that way you would get to chuck a card for $3 a lot, because if you have little money and no resources, it's hard to build cards on some turns. So you'd be like, oh, yeah, I gotta chuck for 3 money. And that's especially good in Age 3 when the game kicks into high gear and there's a bunch of high points cards you want to avoid. So if you're able to chuck for money in the 3rd round, 3rd age, that's really good. Also, a minor strategy tip, you want to keep these first 2 slots of your wonder board open until the 3rd age. That way you can stick Age 3 cards that are going to get you a lot of points in there and then you'll just get 3 points and some other thing instead of an 8-point card and a 9-point card. Third strategy is going heavy military. So military, very bad in 7 Blunders, very, very bad. 1 card could cost you 18 points. So 1 military card can cost you 18 points. So if you do military, if you happen to have to play a military, you might as well just collect all the militaries. If you're going to get 18 points, you might as well get it with 7 cards instead of just 1 card. The cons to this strategy is people who are next to you can see this and be like, okay, I'll build military. I just won't beat this guy. I'll still get like 3 or 5 points over there, but I'm wasting a lot of actions just building military points that aren't getting me any additional points.
Okay, so 3 different ways to go. Either go all resource, or no resource, or if you're stuck with a military card, just if you have to play one, just start playing them all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that sounds really interesting. I've never played 7 Blunders. I think next time somebody suggested 7 Wonders, I'm going to say, hey, let's try 7 Blunders instead. If you haven't tried it, go ahead and try it out. And now you know 3 different strategies you can come and approach it. Thank you, Shang, for showing us 7 Blunders, and thank you for watching.